I get a medium chocolate covered cherry snowball. Hey guys, welcome back to Gypsyfae Creations. Tiara here, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful summer. Bless you. These are not my goats, but there is a snowball stand down the street from our house that's on a little farm. This is really gross. And it's about 90 degrees outside, so I thought I would treat myself to a little summer snowball and share that with you guys. This, my friends, is a snowball. Get an up close look at that.
Oh,
this is a chocolate cherry snowball. This is a icy, sugary treat that us people in Maryland like to eat. Now there are probably snowball stands on every corner. This is the closest one to us, and I honestly don't eat them that much, but I want to make a soap like this. So can I do it? I'm going to attempt it, and honestly, it's probably going to be the last summer soap I make for the year. Yes, you heard that right. I am tying up all of my summer soaps with this like crazy idea. It's a special treat. I'm so excited about it. But I'm going to start planning my autumn soaps after this. Don't worry, there are new ones in between. I'm going to have a couple fandoms and foods in between. So stay tuned for that. But let's see if we can make a snowball soap. Let's get soaping. Okay, so the concept that I'm going for is a domed top, and I thought really hard about how am I going to get that look of a snowball. And I think I was overthinking everything, and I'm just going to make a base. I'm going to pipe on the top, and yeah, I'll show you. And hopefully everything comes together because I see it in my mind. I've got my buttermilk in here, and I've got some Tidal Wave Blue. The reason why I chose that color is because the scent I'm using is a blue raspberry slushy. And so we're doing a blue snowball. So I'm going to add my sodium lactate, lye, and water solution with a little bit of titanium dioxide in there. I want to tone down the base so that when I put the salts on the top, you'll see, but they'll stand out. All right, let's give this a whirl. Okay, it looks a little funky right now, but it will go back, hopefully, to the blue that I want it to be. And I'm going to scrape everything down and make sure everything is incorporated. And then I'm going to add the fragrance. So the most popular snowball in Maryland is called an egg custard, and it has to have the marshmallow on it. We have this like ooey gooey, fluffy marshmallow topping that you put on a snowball. I don't know why, but it does taste really good, and once it all combines with the, you know, all that sugar, corn syrup, and artificial flavoring, it's actually really creamy. And I don't know who came up with that flavor or why it's so popular, but that just screams summer around here. Snowball stands on every corner pretty much. You drive down any street, you will find a snowball stand. And this will be my first snowball of the summer. It is a very special treat that I every now and then allow myself to have, because like I said, it's nothing but sugar and ice. Well, corn syrup probably, but not even really sugar, it's corn syrup. Like red 40, corn syrup and ice. But it's something about eating a snowball on a 90-degree day that is just a special treat. All right. And there's usually so many other flavors. I don't usually get a custard. I'll get like a sour cherry, and then, you know, my whole entire mouth is red. It's fine. Snowball stands usually have about 50 different flavors. It's always a little hard to choose from. All right, so I got these cups from the dollar store, and they're a little big. I don't like how big they are. They're like 9 ounces. That's a lot of soap, so I'm not going to get too many of these out of this. And they're going to be a very special edition. Obviously, I'm just experimenting here, so I don't even know if they're going to turn out. But if they do, there will probably be a limited supply on the Etsy shop. So let me bring you in for a closer look while I pour this. Alright, so these are going to act as the soap mold. And like I said, they are going to be a massive soap. So I'm going to fill them up almost all the way. And then I'll go get the frosting together. And then I'll pipe the frosting on. I'll try to shape it into a dome. I'll let it sit. And then I'm going to take some sea salt that I've put in blue mica as well, and I'm going to dip the top of the snowball into the salt. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to pour the salts onto it. Not quite sure how this is going to turn out. And this scent smells so good. It smells just like a blue slushie. I think it has notes of like cotton candy and raspberries and lemon in it. It smells delicious. Alright. Do I try to get one more out of this? Let's try. See what we can do here. He's a little short. Maybe if we scrape the bowl out. I'm gonna make it work. Alright. That guy just might get more icing on it or something. But I'm gonna go get that together. Okay, so I'm going to spray these with some rubbing alcohol. And I've got my piping. And I'm going to attempt to just make like a dome. That. Without that. And let it harden up a little bit, so I can shape it a little better. And I managed to even out each one of these, so I could get 7 out of them. My icing bag. So I went out and got my hair cut today because we have a wedding to go to. And it's about an hour drive to a place called Kent Island, and I've never been there before. But it's over the Bay Bridge, and the Bay Bridge is this like giant bridge that crosses the bay. And you gotta pay like $8 to get over it, and it's the scariest bridge to drive over. I wouldn't know because I've never done it, and I don't ever want to do it. But that's where we gotta go. It's right over the Bay Bridge, and after I got my hair cut and got gas, I got my car, turned it on, and it's like, check engine light. Yay. So when I get done making this soap, I've gotta go do adult things, like figure out why my check engine light is on. Never a dull moment in the Hayes household. Brad is at work. He has to leave work early so that we can get over there, because sometimes it can take hours to get over this bridge, and I'm trying to leave as soon as possible. And we have 2 other people, the mother-in-law and another friend, in the car. So yay, we might be broken down on the side of the road somewhere. Hopefully not. Alright, so these guys are going to sit for a second, and then I'll come back and play with them. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple of these and show you what I've got. So an idea, this is what I want them to look like. And I've just got this little cake spatula, just smoothing it out, making it round, shaping it into a dome. I'm not making too much of a mess. But again, these are going to be covered in salts to get that ice, crushed ice look. That's good. I'm curious to how much this weighs. I'm gonna have to get my scale and just weigh one for the heck of it. They're not gonna weigh that in the end because all the water is going to evaporate once it cures and it won't weigh as much. But I'm just curious to how much soap is in each one of these. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, I want these to get a little bit harder so that when I dip the salts in them, they still stick, but they don't sink in. Alright, and so I'll just keep doing that with the rest of them. But I want to get my scale. And sit one of these on there. So let's see. Turn it on, and we'll take an empty cup and tear it. And then we'll sit one of these guys on there. About 9 ounces of soap in there. When it cures, it'll probably be 8.5, so that's not bad. It's a very large bar of soap though. I don't know if they're going to be more novelty if that's the case, or I mean they're quite capable of being used as regular soaps. They'll just be a lot of fun to work with, to bathe with. When I use my soaps, I still use a loofah, and I just lather it up on a loofah, and it makes lots of bubbles. Alright, so I'm just going to keep messing with these, and then I'll bring you back when they're ready to be dipped in the salts. Okay, give this a try. So at first I'm just going to dip soap in there and just kind of, I don't know, get the top of it. And then I put a paper towel down because this is going to make a mess, and I figure it might be easier to clean up if they're on a paper towel. Okay, and I'm just gently patting them down, make sure they stick, and then I can shake it into my bowl, and then if there are other areas that need some work, just put some salts on there. I'm liking it. It looks like a snowball, guys. Next year, I'm going to make all kinds of flavors. I might even try to replicate the egg custard and maybe marshmallow top on it. Alright. Sprinkle some salts on there. This is so cool, you guys. These will probably, for the most part, just wash off in the shower. But it's also nice as, you know, a little scrub. It adds a little texture to the bar. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to top it off. So typically I would put a spoon in this, because that's what you eat snowballs with. But because there's no sense in putting a perfectly good plastic spoon in a soap just for the heck of decoration, and let's face it, it's not good for the environment either. You're not even going to use the spoon. So what I'm going to do instead, because there are other things besides snowballs in this world. If you're not from a state that has snowball stands, you might have slushies or snow cones or ices. I don't know. There's all kinds of different, what's the word I'm looking for? Variations of this icy drink. So I'm just going to put these cute little straws in here. And I'm digging it. Let's see if I can get a close look for you guys. Yeah. How cool is that? So cool. So I'll leave these for about 24 hours and I'll come back and I'll pull just one of them out of the cup to show you what they look like on the inside. Okay, I just wanted to unmold one of these for you real quick just so you can see what they look like on the inside. And what I can do is I can just stick this in another cup. But just give you an idea of what it looks like when you take it out of the cup to use it. This is what you get. It's a really big bar of soap and it still looks good out of the cup. Looks more like of an ice cream, I guess. Anyway, don't forget to stay tuned for Friday's video. That is going to be the fandom video. And I even added a little bit of sparkle on top of here for a little more of an icy look, I guess. I don't know. I think the glitter makes a perfect little touch. Alright, I just wanted to grab another cup to show you guys that I'm just going to pop it right back in there. And if you want to buy one of these limited edition snow cone snowball soaps, I will leave the link to the Etsy shop in the description box, as well as the date of when they will be available. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, you can leave them in the description box down below. Thanks, guys. Smell you later.